Hey gang, this is Randy, Randog 1951. See, I'm still working on the 1994 Honda Goldwing Interstate. And I went ahead and I rebuilt the master cylinder. I just reinstalled it. I want to show you, my book came, the service manual. It cost me $55, but it's worth every nickel. So let me show you this thing. And, there she is, right there. Okay, I spent about an hour and a half putting it together yesterday. And the snap ring just gave me fits. I had a little tool. I've been packing around snap ring tool for probably 40 years, 50 years. And it's wore out, I guess. Anyway, it didn't want to work, so I ground down a piece of these. These were my dad's. These needle nose, and I just ground them down. And luckily, I made them work. So anyway, let me show you what's going on here. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to turn you around, and that's the master cylinder that needed to be rebuilt. So let me show you what was necessary to get this little guy out of there. The plastics had to come off. You know, I say that in one sentence, but I'll tell you what, these things, apparently the plastics are very expensive, and if you break them, crack them, whatever, you're spending a lot of money. So I got it apart. These had to come off both sides. There's the centerpiece here. There's the ignition piece up there. The radio had to be disconnected. There's a piece down here. There's a piece over here. There's a scoop up front. Another piece that fits on top of that. Let's see. Oh, saddlebags had to come off. You loosen the trunk in order to get the saddlebags off. That was a challenge. I didn't have the service manual when I started this. And so I just played it by ear. And I've been working 3 or 4 hours a day. And let's see what else. Okay. There's covers down here. You know, makes it streamlined. The headers had to be dropped down. What do you call this thing? A receptor, I forget what you call this thing. That had to be lowered. This reflector caused me a fit. I still haven't been able to. Anyway, I bent it down. I could pull this out. I don't know whether I could get that out if I wanted to or not, but I didn't need to, so that's where she stayed. The mufflers, they're bolted on to this and that. In order to bring this down to get to these, there's 2 bolts here. And one of the brake lines you have to get in through the other way. The battery goes here. That had to be removed. And there's covers for the battery. Of course, the seat had to come off. There's the seat. Oh boy. Let me show you around a little more. Let's see. The front brakes were replaced by the other guy. The rear brakes had been replaced. My fear is he replaced the pads, and they still didn't work, and possibly he found out how much work it was to, well, he bought the rebuild kit, but then possibly he found out how much labor it was going to take to get that little guy out of there, and he parked it in 2020, and he bought a 2000 cc Kawasaki, a twin. It looked pretty good. I saw it. This thing was pristine. It was perfect. Not a drip under it. His home, his oversized pole beam style garage. It's huge. It was immaculate. You could eat off of the floors. And I bought it. But had I known how much work it was going to take me, no way. I would have walked away. Anyway, yeah, I had to drop. These didn't have to come down as far, but they're about an inch. Apparently he replaced the water pump. He had someone do it. And I drove it 6 miles when I came home. It was about 100 degrees. I drove it with just the front brakes. And when I came back, everything was fine. I just parked it and decided I was going to start doing that master cylinder. Put it to bed overnight, came up in the morning, and there was a puddle down here, and I figured, well, it was 100 degrees yesterday. It probably just overflowed. So I pulled this off, 2 pieces here. They connect to that. And I noticed there's some water down here. Now, I don't think they're supposed to be, I don't know. I have to do some more reading. But while everything's apart, I'm going to go ahead and inspect the belts. I had about a 1984, in between Harleys, I bought a 1984 Goldwing years ago. And one of the belts broke. I let another guy ride it. I rode my Harley and I let this guy ride it, and we didn't get more than a mile and the damn belt broke and fried the engine. So I just sold it for junk. Anyway, that's where I'm at. And yeah, it looked brand new. It's just spotless. And it only has 47,000 miles on it in 1994. So it's, I don't know whether I mentioned it, but I bought a brand new 1998 Valkyrie, which is, 1500 cc boxer engine like this, 6-cylinder. It was one of the best, I'd say it was the best motorcycle I've ever owned. I just sold a Victory. It was in 2003 that I wish I would have kept. But I was riding it, and I thought, well, they've stopped. Polaris, I think, made a mistake and stopped making the Victories. And gosh, that's a nice bike. It felt like it was a tourer, Touring, touring, 92 horsepower, 1507 cc, twin. Well, it looked like a FLH, and I've been riding FLHs for a long time. I've been riding motorcycles for about 60 years now. So, but that was a good bike too. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Thanks for hanging with me. Check back. This is 2 of probably 3. I'll do one more once I get it back together, if I get it back together. I hate to have to take it to a pro because it's going to probably cost me more than the bike's worth to have them put it back together. So one day at a time. Thanks for checking in. Take care. Stay safe. Please wear a mask. Well, I don't know with this Delta, but please get your shots. You know. Okay. Take care. Stay safe.